Good evening, dear sisters and brothers. Welcome to today's evening session of Being Heartful Every Day, a joyful adventure. As we are in day 311th, we continue our journey of settledness, a quality that brings not just stillness, but a harmonious flow within and around us. Yesterday, we explored how settledness is not about controlling life's experiences, but about meeting them with trust and surrender. A settled heart is one that moves with love, clarity, and purpose. When we are truly settled, our actions come from a place of inner balance, free from restlessness or reaction. We listen deeply, respond with wisdom, and act with sincerity. Before we begin today's session, let's take some time to think over how we can share heartfulness with those around us. Transformation often starts with a simple act, a conversation, an invitation, a shared experience. Let's hold the intention of introducing someone to the master classes of and being heartfulness everyday sessions, allowing more hearts to experience the peace and clarity that heartfulness practices offers. We will now continue with our reading today. Yesterday, we had covered the chapter 12th Chakra, Settledness from the book Spiritual Anatomy by Revered Daji. Therefore, we will now do the reading from the article Love in Action, which is by Daji. This is from Heartfulness magazine. So let us all do the reading together. Daji introduces the ninth universal principle, which explores how to become the best version of ourselves. He shares the importance of lifestyle as a complement to an inner meditative practice and how our attitude to lifestyle reflects in our relationships with others. As a starting point, this ninth principle helps us to celebrate and value diversity among us. In removing our prejudices and accepting the richness of humanity and other life forms, we evoke love and piety in others and create unity within that diversity. As we go deeper into this principle, we realize the important roles of love and duty in our daily life if we are to become the best version of ourselves. Principle 9: mold your behavior and way of living to such a high order as to rouse a feeling of love and piety in others. So far, we have covered 8 principles which we have categorized under practice, values, and behavior. In principle 9, we now raise the bar in our dealing with others so that they are inspired by us and feel our association to be ennobling. Principle 9 is a call to action to become our best possible selves, to be in tune with our highest self. This requires the coming together of all aspects of our practice and lifestyle. It requires the awareness, refinement, and moderation required for transformation. It is the culmination of all the previous principles so that we become role models for others. Principle 9 is thus about leadership. A true leader leads by example as a source of inspiration to others, and there is no shortcut to becoming such a leader. It is a weaving of all the previous principles into a way of life that evokes love wherever we go. Inner transformation can change outer behavior. The real proof of our inner transformation is in our outer behavior and lifestyle, both of which are reflected in our dealings with everyone and everything. This is known in yoga as vyavahar. Our dealings with others occur primarily in our conversations and actions, while the inner aspects that frame these conversations and actions are our thoughts and feelings. Molding our living to the highest order means transforming all of these. And how can we achieve this? Even contemporary scientists now acknowledge that consciousness is the basic canvas of the manifested universe. Everything emanates from consciousness, so to make any lasting change in the world, to mold our living, we have to expand and transform our consciousness. And meditation is the most effective way to do this. It is for this reason that meditation has become immensely popular with people who are interested in transformation. But meditation is one part of the story. The other important part is to bring that expanded consciousness into our way of living. How do we allow it to transform our behavior to such a high order that we rouse a feeling of love and piety in others? Do we need to consider the play of cognitive and emotional biases in dealing with others? Our way of living is all about how we interact with each other, how we converse, how we respond in a particular environment, how we dress, the kind of perfume we wear or don't wear, our body language, the way we judge or value others, so many things. The way we conduct ourselves says everything about our way of living. For example, do we live so that we are not creating envy or jealousy in others? That means simplification to the bare minimum. Remember principle 4: simplify your life so as to become identical with your divine nature. I am purposely adding the word divine here to make the meaning of the word nature clearer. It has nothing to do with sleeping under trees. It has everything to do with simplifying life to imbibe our divine nature. When we go to that level of simplicity, the bare minimum, then it is possible to rouse the feeling of love and piety in others. It is a very high goal, actually. So there's a need to get rid of complexities in order to be simple. We are not just talking of rousing love and piety in ourselves, which is a prerequisite and a already valid achievement. We are taking it to the next level of rousing love and piety in others. It has to be something more than being pious and in absolute love with God. That is not enough. Things move from higher to lower. If our purity has to flow into someone else, if we are to create a state of piety in others, we will have to reach a higher level so that it can move from higher to lower. Arriving at incremental purity too demands the removal of impurities. We take a pause here and prepare ourselves for the universal prayer. Gently close your eyes. Bring your attention to the heart, allowing yourself to settle into a quiet rhythm. In this stillness, let us extend our love beyond ourselves, embracing all beings, all life, all our sisters and brothers of the world. Let us now offer the universal prayer. सभी भाई बहन प्रेम और भक्ति से भर रहे हैं और उनमें सच्ची श्रद्धा दृढ़ होती जा रही है. All brothers and sisters are being filled with love and devotion, and real faith is growing stronger in them. May this prayer radiate from our hearts, spreading peace, love, and harmony to all. And as we prepare to close the day, let us take a quiet moment to reflect within. With a heart full of gratitude, we acknowledge the joys and lessons the day has brought us, letting go of anything that may weigh us down. In this stillness, may we surrender to the embrace of rest, knowing that each moment, awake or asleep, holds the potential for renewal and growth. Let us remember to offer bedtime prayer before we retire to sleep tonight. Thank you all for joining this evening session. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow at 6 a.m. as we continue our journey in deepening the quality of settledness within us.